Hello and welcome sports fans to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and our outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible for you fans to enjoy. I'm Joseph Brett alongside Josh Giles coming to you live from South Medford High School here in Medford, Oregon. We thank you for joining us on today's broadcast. We welcome you to the Lithia Superstore pregame show powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon, today featuring the visiting Roseburg Indians, who come in with an overall record of 2-10 on the season, and they're the 47th ranked team in the 6A. And they will be taking on your South Medford Panthers, the number 2 ranked team in the state of Oregon in the 6A. They come in with an overall record on the season of 9-3. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net and welcome our home and visiting fans to the broadcast. Joe Brett is our executive producer for tonight's event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. A big Table Rock Sports thank you to those of you who already have. It's Roseburg coming to town to take on your Panthers in what is the first matchup for both of these teams in the 6A Southwest Conference League of the season. Roseburg, coached by Chad Smith. Your Panthers, of course, coached by Tom Cole. The Panthers coming into this one on a 5-game winning streak. They beat Mountain View on the second and Summit on the third. Both of those pretty big wins. They beat Mountain View 77-26 and Summit 72-32. And the Indians on the other side, well, they're not having the season I think they'd like to be having. They're 2-10. They won their first game of the season against Churchill, 43-20, but then they dropped 10 straight matchups before finally beating Aloha on the 5th, 44-18. The Panthers looking to go 1-0 to start the regular season. Roseburg looking to just pick up a victory, but it's going to be a tough one for them tonight. They got the number 2 ranked South Medford Panthers at home. We're going to step away for just a quick moment, just a few minutes away from tip-off here at Dennis Murphy Court, home of the South Medford Panthers. And we will be right back with more South Medford Panther basketball right after this.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
We welcome you back. It's the Lithia Superstore game of the night here on TableRockSports.net. Regular season action getting underway. The cheerleaders are in the house. The band is in the house. And it feels like Panther basketball here at Dennis Murphy Court. And we're going to have starting lineups in the national anthem, and we'll be set to get underway momentarily. Fans, it's time to tune in to the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the Ace Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 107.9, featuring the VZN Network, The Rich Eisen Show, live NFL games, and local and regional programming all ahead on the Ace Sports Radio, the new sports voice in Southern Oregon. And before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite beverage. Dutch Love Day is coming in February, where $1 from every drink is donated back to local organizations. And today's game also brought to you in part by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill in Grants Pass, Elmer's Restaurants of Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. We're going to take a moment and stand for the national anthem, but we'll be right back with more Panther basketball on Table Rock Sports right after this. We welcome you back. Now time for the starting lineups for both teams being introduced, starting with the visitors, the Roseburg Indians. It's going to be number 1, Emily Morello, the senior. Joining her, Sydney Montefiore, senior, 5'8", along with Bridget Brooksby, a junior, and Aria Smith, 5'11", senior. And now the starting lineup for your South Medford Panthers. Leading things off is the sophomore Taylor Young. Joining her, the junior Sarah Schmierbach. Along with the senior Kimberly Cerrone Romero. And then Dylan Howell, the sophomore. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Panthers this evening, it will be the sophomore Maya Akpan. Again, the Panthers coached by Tom Cole, assisted by Tiana Bradford, and Roseburg coached by Chad Smith, assistants Bill Bartlett and Charlie Murphy. Jumping in the middle will be Aria Smith for Roseburg and Cerrone Romero for South Medford. There's the whistle, and we are set to get underway. Roseburg wins the opening tip. It's into the hands of Brooksby. Quickly gives it up, and Roseburg's going to swing the ball around the top of the key here. Man-to-man defense from the Panthers to open up the ball game. Tough shot there with the shot clock dwindling down from Montfering. And it's going to be a shot clock violation on the Indians. Full court pressure from Roseburg to open up the ball game. Breaking the press is Taylor Young, going all the way down the court. She gives it up to Cirone Romero. It's going to go out of bounds, but the Panthers will hold on to the basketball. They'll have it under their own basket. Taking it out will be Schmerbach. And a good inbounds play from the Panthers. It's Dylan Howe with the opening bucket for the Panthers. And a quick turnover from Roseburg. And the Panthers again will have it under their own basket. And again, Dylan Howe off the inbounds. Able to finish at the basket. Panthers out to an early 4-0 lead. Howell almost coming away with the steal there. But it goes out of bounds. Roseburg will hold on to the basketball. They get the ball into Brooksby. Goes out of bounds, but it'll be touched by Young for the Panthers. And a steal here by the Panthers, Schmerbach. Quickly down the court go the Panthers. Good ball movement, and Young able to finish. Good defense there by Schmerbach. Turns into a Panthers basket. Roseburg going to have their hands full with this Panthers basketball team this evening. Roseburg able to get it in. They find Montfering. And she has it taken away by Schmerbach. And she's going to get the steal. And the basket. And the Panthers out to an early 8-0 lead. 5:56 to go here in the first quarter. Roseburg forced to take a timeout. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Folks, Table Rock Sports is excited to be partnering with Road Credit Union for the 3-Point Club. Road Credit Union will donate $3 for every Black Tornado and Panther 3-point shot made on the season. All proceeds will go to the school's athletic departments. Big Table Rock Sports, thank you, and Panther, thank you to Road Credit Union for their contributions to the 3-Point Club. Keep going. A missed bucket, but a second chance opportunity turns into points for Arlie Austin, who just checked into the ball game. Aria Smith picks up the foul for the Indians, but Akpan able to get the bucket. The free throw no good to complete the three-point play. The Panthers lead it by 8. It's 10-2 as you see on the John L. Scott scoreboard. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Good penetration there from Aria Smith. Gets the turnaround jumper to go off the backboard. We're going to have a three-point try here. No good off the rim. Akpan with the rebound. She's going to go up and miss. Gets her own rebound and back up again. Akpan able to finish. So Akpan now has 4. Howell has 4. Schmierbach with 2. Now with 4. And Young has 2 for the Panthers here in the first half of the first quarter. A costly turnover there by Roseburg turns into another bucket for Schmierbach. So it's 16-4 Panthers. Full court pressure here from South Medford. Roseburg is able to break the press. They get across midcourt. And they'll set up the offense. Dribble drive here from Brooksby. Has to give up the basketball. Able to get into the hands of Montfearing. And she's going to lose the basketball. Schmierbach comes away with it. Quickly ahead to Romero. And it's going to be a Panthers turnover. Schmierbach pokes it away there out of bounds. But Roseburg will hold on to the basketball. Coming out of the ball game for South Medford is Akpan and Howell. Coming in to replace them is Malia Tulani and Elise Richardson. Now in for South Medford. And Roseburg turns it over on the inbounds play. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Roseburg. So South Medford from under their own basket. Looking for somebody. And it's going to be a Panthers turnover. Coming away with it is Kayla Smith for Roseburg, and she's going to turn it over. She dribbled the ball out of bounds, and the Panthers will get it right back. Jordan Barlow with the bucket for South Medford. All the way down the floor, going to the basket is Smith, and she's going to get fouled on the shot attempt. So Smith is going to head to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw from Smith, no good. The foul committed by Romero. Smith hits 1 of 2 free throws from the free throw line. Excuse me, that was McClatcher at the free throw line for Roseburg. Coming out of the ball game for South Medford, Taylor Young and Cerrone Romero. Checking in for the first time is Ostvik. And Peyton Anderson. 2:34 to go here, first quarter. It's the Panthers by 13. And we're going to have a 5-second violation on Roseburg. We're going to turn the ball over, and South Medford will have it under their own basket. And South Medford's going to get called for the 5-second violation as well. So back-to-back violations by both teams on the inbounds. Roseburg this time turns it over into the hands of Barlow. She goes all the way to the basket. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound, Roseburg's Sykes. And a block here by South Medford's Anderson. And it'll last be touched by Roseburg, so the Panthers get the basketball. Good job there by Peyton Anderson, staying on her feet, not picking up the foul. Panther turnover there. South Medford still in the man-to-man defense. Out of bounds, last touched by Taulani. Roseburg gets the ball in just in the nick of time, and we're going to have a jump ball. The possession arrow favors South Medford. Step back, three-point try here. It's good from Taulani. That's the first three-point bucket of the ball game for South Medford, and that'll put $3 in the bank, courtesy of Rogue Credit Union. Sykes with the bucket on the other end for Roseburg. And Elise Richardson on the other end for the Panthers. 23-7, South Medford lead, 18-second difference between the game and the shot clock. Tough defense there from Peyton Anderson. Almost forces the turnover, but Roseburg will hold on to the basketball. They'll have 15 seconds on the shot clock. Coming out of the ball game for Roseburg is McClatcher. Checking back into the ball game is Arya Smith. And a foul here. They're going to say it was on the floor. So no free throws. Picking up the foul is Ostvik. That'll be her first personal, second team foul here in the first quarter. Good inbounds play from Roseburg, but they can't finish at the basket. Missing was Botchmeyer. Going coast to coast was Taulani. She gives it up. Almost got the ball back. Gets loose. The Panthers able to scoop it up. The shot attempt no good from Anderson. Now Roseburg has it. 1 second to go. They're just going to let the clock run out. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. At the end of one, it's South Medford 23, Roseburg 7. You're listening to South Medford Panthers basketball on TableRockSports.net. Back right after this.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
We welcome you back. It's Alithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. Roseburg with the basketball to open up the second quarter, but a quick steal by South Medford is going to turn to points on the other end, courtesy of Sarah Schmerbach. Another steal and bucket for the Panthers. Cerrone Romero with the basket. It's now South Medford by 20 with 7:38 to go here in the second quarter. And a double dribbling violation called on Roseburg's Montfearing. And South Medford will try to capitalize on another Roseburg turnover. Good ball movement by the Panthers. Three-point try, no good off the back of the rim for Young. And we're going to have a jump ball. And again, the possession arrow favors South Medford, so they'll hold on to the basketball under their own basket. It'll be Schmerbach taking it out for the Panthers. And a beautifully run inbounds play. Cerrone Romero cannot finish at the basket. Roseburg the other way. And we're going to have a reaching foul on Schmerbach. That'll be the first team foul here in the second quarter. First personal on Schmerbach. For those of you just tuning into your first basketball game of the season possibly, a couple of new things to point out. 35-second shot clock, a new feature here in Oregon for high school basketball, along with the fouls committed will change. It's five team fouls, per quarter, and we shoot 2 free throws, no more 1-and-1s in the state of Oregon. Those fouls reset at the end of every quarter. Panthers work the ball around, get it down to Romero, and she finishes at the basket. That's 4 for her on the evening. And the Panthers lead by 22. Three-point try here for Roseburg. It's no good for Montfearing. Goes off the backside of the rim. Romero gets behind the defense. And she's able to finish at the basket. 5:50 to go here in the second quarter. South Medford 31, Roseburg 7. A quick steal by the Panthers. It's Howell. She's going to get the steal and the basket. Schmerbach called for the foul. That'll be her second personal, second team foul of the quarter. McClatcher and a send back in for the Indians. Schmerbach all the way to the other end. Not able to finish at the basket with her right hand, but she's fouled. Montifering called for the foul for Roseburg, so Schmerbach heading to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. The first is good. Second free throw on the way, good as well. And the Panthers lead 35-27. Foul called on the floor. Goes against South Medford's Taylor Young. Her first personal, third team foul against the Panthers. Three-point try here for Roseburg. No good. Offensive rebound. Second chance try blocked by Cerrone Romero. And then Young at the other end is going to finish at the basket with her left hand for South Medford. A steal by Akpan and a foul on the floor committed by Roseburg's Smith. That'll be her second personal, second team foul against the Indians. We're going to have a line change here by South Medford. 5 in, 5 out. 4 in. Cerrone Romero will stay in the ball game. We're going to have a three-point try. It's good. Hitting the bucket was Taulani. She now has 6 on the evening. And a backcourt violation called on Roseburg. Checking in for the Indians is Sykes and McClatcher back into the ball game. They will replace Smith and Asen. Jumper from the right side. It's good for Peyton Anderson. That's her first bucket of the ball game. Interfering with the miss there. Quickly on the other end goes South Medford. Cerrone Romero cannot finish. The Panthers will have a second chance try. Three-point shot no good from Anderson. And a foul on the floor. Called against Malia Taulani. Her first personal, fourth team foul against the Panthers with 3:18 to go here in the second quarter. So one more foul on South Medford will put Roseburg at the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws for the rest of the quarter. Missed shot there by McClatcher. Three-pointer no good from Richardson. And a jump ball, possession arrow favoring the Indians. And a foul here will go against Taolani. And Roseburg will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Shooting the 2 will be Montefiore at the free throw line. Danica Ostvic back in for South Medford. She'll replace Cerrone Romero. The first free throw is good from Montefiore. Second one on the way is good as well. And the shot, tough one there for Jordan Barlow. Gets it to go. Looked like she might have been fouled there on the shot attempt as well, but no call. Good defense from Taolani. Forces the ball out of bounds. The Indians will hold on to it. The foul goes against Jordan Barlow. That's her first personal, 6th foul. So heading to the free throw line will be Micaiah McClatcher. First free throw from McClatcher is no good. Second free throw no good from McClatcher as well. Goes off the front of the rim. The rebound is Taolani. And going quickly down the floor is South Medford. Finishing at the basket is Barlow. Montefiore all the way to the basket for Roseburg. Fouled on the shot attempt. Taolani picks up her 3rd personal. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime report brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Did you know the City of Medford is the largest provider of community recreation classes, programs, and sports leagues in Southern Oregon? Check out the program guide for hundreds of offerings at playmedford.com. First free throw from Montefiore, good. The second one as well. She now has 3 in the ball game. Three-point try from Montefiore, no good. The Panthers, though, force a quick turnover. Give the ball back to Roseburg. Good defense there from Elise Richardson, knocking the ball out of bounds. Roseburg will have it out of bounds here on the near sideline. A long 2-point jumper for Montefiore. And it's good. Talua missed the 3-point try, but back-to-back offensive rebounds for the Panthers. Give them another shot at it. Richardson misses that 3-point try, and the Panthers get another offensive rebound. The shot clock turned off. A missed shot there, and the ball goes out of bounds. Roseburg will have it with 8.6 seconds to go. And pardon my scoreboard. It is the second quarter. And we are just about at the break. And Roseburg not able to get a shot off before the end of the quarter. And that'll do it for the first half of play. After 2 quarters, it's South Medford 46, Roseburg 13. Folks, winter sports are underway. The North Medford girls started the season ranked number 1 in the preseason poll in wrestling. Joe Brett caught up with Medford School District Athletic Director Fred Conzila to talk about all the exciting winter sports action coming up. We're going to have that interview for you right here on Table Rock Sports. And we will be back with the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report right after this.
Have dropped. It's time to get indoors for the winter sports season. We're here with District Athletic Director Fred Conzella. And before we jump into the winter sports scene, shout out to Rogue Credit Union and the Touchdown Club promotion. 89 touchdowns between the Black Tornado and the Panthers this season. I put $10 apiece into the Touchdown Club account. So good effort by the teams, good effort by Rogue Credit Union.
Absolutely. We're excited. Both teams had successful seasons, made the postseason. Especially thankful to Rogue Credit Union for their partnership and for their generous donation.
Yeah. Great effort there, and we're going to team up on the 3-Point Club for North and South in the winter seasons. Stay tuned for more on that. We'll have a check presentation on the Touchdown Club January 23rd at the North-South game. Our basketball teams are getting into action, as all of our winter sports are. We've got some great teams that are coming to town, some great matchups. Usually we have to go up to Portland to play some of these teams, and these teams are coming to showcase themselves in front of our fans.
Yeah, we're really excited this weekend. We're kicking off against teams such as Clackamas coming down to take on the North Medford High School boys varsity team. We've got Sherwood coming down to compete against the South boys. We've got Lincoln also traveling down to compete against South Medford High School boys. And we have Jesuit coming down to take on the North Medford High School girls team next Tuesday. So lots of action happening. We're excited.
Yeah, Jesuit and an Oregon City girls team that's going to come down just after that to play North. So some really marquee teams and matchups our fans can look forward to throughout this first part of December. And then in that week between Christmas and New Year's, we've got the Abbeys for the boys fans coming up on the 27th, 28th, and 29th. Great to see that tradition continue and another set of teams coming in to scrap with North and South.
Absolutely. These are great opportunities we can have during the holiday season, and so we just are excited to get fans out, and that'll be the 27th through the 29th. South's hosting the tourney this year. We're looking forward to seeing everybody there.
Yeah, it's a great time to catch up with friends and family who are in town during that week. The grapplers are hitting the mats as well. I know it's a little bit of road work, and North and South will both be at that North Bend Classic tournament, so we've got the wrestlers gearing up and hitting the road to get started.
They are. They're already getting into action, and so I just can't believe that we're moving this quickly already. But yeah, both wrestling teams are practicing and hitting the mats. We've also got North Medford High School swim on the road this weekend in Cottage Grove, so everybody's seeing a little bit of action right now.
Yep, on the mats, in the pools, and point towards December 12th on that Wednesday. North and South are going to wrestle at South Medford. That's when we want to have folks come out and catch the action on and be part of the excitement with.
That's right. First dual meet between both our wrestling teams. It looks like it's going to be really competitive, so we're excited. We would just ask that everybody shows up and support our wrestlers.
Going to be a great winter season and some great matchups ahead. We'll keep people in touch with it and stream it live for them as well.
Excellent. Thanks a bunch, Joe. We'll see everybody at our winter contest. Thanks a bunch.
Good work.
It's game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night here on TableRockSports.net. At the start of the second half, South Medford will have the basketball. I apologize, we had some technical difficulties trying to get our ads to play there at halftime, so we didn't have much of a Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report, but we will go over some of those stats for you here at the start of the second half as Elise Richardson hits the basket for the Panthers to extend their lead 48-13. And a quick Roseburg turnover turns into points for the Panthers. Elise Richardson has 4 on the evening. Malia Taulani has 6. Taylor Young has 4. Sarah Schmierbach leads all scorers for the Panthers with 10. Cerrone Romero has 6. Barlow has 6. Dylan Howe has 6. Akpan with 4, and Peyton Anderson has 2. And now Barlow with 8 in the ball game as she hits the bucket there for the Panthers. That one gets them to the 50 mark on the evening. 1 minute into the third quarter. Quick turnover by Roseburg. Turns into a bucket for Cerrone Romero. Now with 8 in the ball game. For Roseburg, it's Montefiore with 6. Aria Smith with 2. Asen with 2. McClatcher has 1. And Sykes has 2. And that is all the scoring for Roseburg so far in the ball game. And a foul here on the shot attempt by Brooksby. And she's going to head to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Picking up the foul for South Medford was Jordan Barlow. That's her second personal, first team foul here in the third quarter. Folks, the Medford Parks and Recreation Department helps sponsor our fall sports coverage. Swim lessons, basketball, and volleyball leagues, the splash pad and water slides are now open at Rogue X, located at the Howard Memorial Sports Park. You can reserve birthday rooms and packages with sports and splashing. That's the Rogue X, now open at the Howard Memorial Sports Park. Last touch by Roseburg. And the Panthers will have it from under their own basket. And Tom Cole going to take a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout taken by South Medford, so we're going to stay right here. Folks, Solar Pros and owner Mason Mahaffey invite you to learn how you can save thousands on solar panel installations for your home. Visit Solar Pros' Facebook page to learn more. Search Facebook Solar Pros PNW. And today's game brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use your peak rewards to save on gas and use the app to order crispy, crunchy chicken and sides on the way home and have them ready to pick up and go. That's Pinnacle 365. Out of the timeout, South Medford with the basketball. Dribble drive, throwing up the floater was Richardson, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Jordan Barlow, and she's going to be fouled on the second chance try, so she'll head to the free throw line, and she's going to shoot 2 free throws. Picking up the foul for Roseburg was Sydney Montefiore. That is Montefiore's third personal. Second team foul on Roseburg. Barlow and a traveling violation here on Roseburg. South Medford gets the ball into Cerrone Romero. She loses it, but able to get it into one of the hands of her teammates. The runner off the glass here is good for Taulani. She now has 8. And a jump ball here. Possession arrow in favor of Roseburg. So they'll hold on to the basketball. Checking into the ball game for the Indians is Eli Sykes. Coming in for Asen. Sykes gets the offensive rebound here. No good. Good defense there by Barlow. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. It goes against Sykes, who just checked into the ball game. That's going to be her first personal, third team foul on Roseburg here in the quarter. The Panthers trying to work the give and go. The pick and roll. And Sykes steps in front of it and comes away with the basketball for the Indians. No good there on the three-point try from Brooksby. Sharon Romero with it here, going to go all the way to the basket. Can't finish, a little too strong. McClatcher with the rebound for Roseburg. Brooksby has it here, gives it up to Montefiore. Now back into the hands of McClatcher. And Montefiore going to throw the ball away, looking for Brooksby in the corner. And all five out for South Medford. All five new faces coming in. Now in the ball game for the Panthers is Schmierbach, Young, Ostvik, Akpan, and Anderson. Good ball movement from the Panthers. Dribble drive here. And we're going to have an offensive foul called against Taylor Young. Checking into the ball game for Roseburg will be Catherine Willis. She will replace Bridget Brooksby. And a jump ball, and the Panthers will get it back. Nine seconds on the shot clock for South Medford. Young, dribble drive to the basket, can't finish, but she is fouled and heading to the free throw line to shoot two. Sykes picking up the foul for the Indians, her second personal and fourth team foul. First free throw, no good from Young. Second one on the way is good. And the Roseburg turnover turns into South Medford points. Young finishing at the basket for South Medford. 58-14 now the scores you see on the John L. Scott scoreboard. That's John L. Scott with businesses in Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. Stepping in front of that one was Michaela McCatcher. Three-pointer here is good for Taylor Young. And Roseburg's going to turn it over once again. South Medford will get the ball back. 1:32 to go here in the third quarter. What clock should be? I'm not sure why the clock's not running. With the lead that the Panthers have. Akpan on the shot attempt, no good. Gets her own offensive rebound and keeps it alive for South Medford. Another three-point try for South, no good. A foul there, though, goes against Akpan. That's her first personal on the evening. Third team foul against the Panthers. And a steal turns into a bucket for Schmierbach. Willis, no good on the shot attempt. Last touch by South Medford, though, so Roseburg holds on to the basketball. And Akpan going to come away with the steal. And she's not able to finish at the other end, but it's Osvik there to pick up the offensive rebound. Panthers' second chance try is no good, and Roseburg can't keep a handle on the basketball. And the Panthers will keep it under their own basket. 19.9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Shot clock is turned off. Inbounds goes to Akpan, and she finishes for the Panthers. 65-14 at South Medford by 51. 10 seconds to go. Three-pointer there, no good for McClatcher. Quickly ahead goes South Medford, and they're going to get it off in time. The basket will count for Schmierbach. And South Medford with the 67-14 lead as we head to the fourth quarter of play. You're listening to South Medford Panthers basketball on TableRockSports.net. Back right after this.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. It's South Medford by 53, 67-14. The Panthers with the steal. Schmerbach can't finish at the basket, but the Panthers get the offensive rebound and will reset the offense. Peyton Anderson with the basket there for South. And the steal, and the bucket is good for Taylor Young. And the Panthers force another turnover into the hands of Young. Quickly she gets it ahead to Schmerbach. And the Panthers extending that lead. Now 73-14. Another quick turnover by Roseburg. Young has the basketball here, and she's going to slow things up for South Medford. Three-point try. It's good for Taylor Young. And that's another $3 in the bank, courtesy of Rogue Federal Credit Union. That's $12 on the evening for this South Medford Panthers basketball team. The next Panthers home game for the girls, we will have their season total for three-pointers made, and the total amount that they have earned themselves to their athletic fund. And pulling it back is Schmerbach, and the Panthers will set the offense. Good turnaround move there. No good by Anderson, but she gets her own offensive rebound and put back. And the Panthers with the steal. Akpan goes to the floor to get the basketball. And then we are going to have a foul called, I believe, against Roseburg. It is going to be against the Indians. Grace Ibsen picking up the foul. That's going to be her first personal. First team foul of the ball game of the fourth quarter for the Indians. And a shift change for South Medford. Into the ball game is Dylan Howe, Cerrone Romero, Jordan Barlow, Malia Taulani, and Elise Richardson. Still by the Panthers here. They get it ahead to Cerrone Romero. And the Panthers hit the 80-point mark. The most points scored by the Panthers on the season so far this year. And another steal by the Panthers. Jordan Barlow coming away with the basketball. And she finds Malia Taulani at the rim. 82-14 now in favor of South Medford. Stepping in front of that one is Elise Richardson, and coming away with the basketball. Gets the ball now into the hands of Romero. .15 seconds on the shot clock. Give and go there between Barlow and Richardson. Barlow not able to finish, though, at the basket. And a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring South Medford. Checking out of the ball game will be Cerrone Romero and Dylan Howell. Checking in will be Danica Ostvik and Peyton Anderson. Three-point try here, no good off the front of the rim for Richardson. Offensive rebound, South Medford. And Anderson has the second chance try blocked. Anderson with the steal for the Panthers. But she will be called for the traveling violation. And another Panthers steal. Talwani coming away with the basketball, quickly gets it ahead to Ostvik. Now she's going to get it to Richardson, who sets up the offense. And a steal by Roseburg. All the way down the floor, missing the basket. There is a number we do not have on our roster this evening. Now Richardson with it. 50 seconds to go in the ball game. And a good feed there from Jordan Barlow to Peyton Anderson, who finishes. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Panthers. Running clock, so it's not going to stop. 10 seconds to go for Roseburg. Enough time to get off one final shot. And it's knocked right back out of bounds, and I think that's going to do it for this one. The Panthers will come away with the victory. Tonight's action was brought to you in part by the Rogue Valley Transportation District. Need help learning the routes and options available to you? Well, RVTD can help. Visit rvtd.org to learn more. And tonight's action also brought to you by our great sponsors, including the John L. Scott Real Estate Scoreboard and our longtime friends from Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon. And for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home vehicle or business needs. They're locally owned and family run. Bill's Glass supports our schools and our communities. Coming up, it's the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role post-game show. Visit travelmedford.org and search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. We're going to recap some scoring and go over some key stats, all coming up on the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role post-game show, where we make sports fun again. Back right after this with more South Medford Panthers basketball on TableRockSports.net.
After my injury, I couldn't drive anymore. I had never used the bus and had no idea where to start. RVTD's travel trainer showed me the way from setting up my UMO account to understanding the routes and transfers. Now, I'm a pro, and I help others on the bus every day.
Hey, thanks, Mike, for showing me how to ride. RVTD has really opened up a whole new life for me.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night here on TableRockSports.net. It's the Panthers taking down Roseburg 84-14. And we welcome you to the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show. We're going to go over some scoring, starting with the visiting Roseburg Indians. Sydney Montefiore led all scorers for Roseburg with 6. Bridget Brooksby had 1. Aria Smith with 2. Arlie Asen with 2. Micaiah McClatcher with 1. And Sykes had 2. On the other side, it was a team effort by the Panthers this evening. Everybody really getting in on the action. Elise Richardson had 4. Malia Taulani had 10. Taylor Young had 15. Sarah Schmierbach had 16. Kimberly Cerrone Romero had 10. Jordan Barlow had 8. Dylan Howell had 6. Maena Bassi Akpan had 6, and Peyton Anderson had 8. The Panthers, with 4 3-pointers on the evening, will put another $12 in the bank, courtesy of Rogue Credit Union. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank South Medford High School Athletic Director James Joy for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on Table Rock Sports. And today's broadcast special thanks to head coaches Chad Smith of Roseburg and Tom Cole for South Medford. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be Friday night's game against Sheldon for South Medford has been moved to Thursday at 6:45. So no game on Friday here at home for the boys, but we will be playing on Thursday against Sheldon, and we'll have that call for you here on Table Rock Sports. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, it's South Medford 84. Roseburg 14. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Josh Giles on camera, I'm Joseph Brett saying thanks for watching and good night from South Medford High School here in Medford, Oregon.